Hi guys, my name is Kiki. Welcome to Kiki's Global Kitchen. We are going to be exploring the cultures of the world through food. So let's enjoy this journey together. Today we're going to be making a dish that originated from Egypt but spread through different parts of Africa and Asia. So that dish is full medames or full mudamas. The pronunciation varies depending on where you're coming from. So maybe guys are going to tell us how they pronounce it in their culture. The main thing is the fava beans, and mine came from a can. Did not get the original fava beans, but I'm sure the guys who enjoy this dish in these different countries are able to get these beans. So we've started now. We have some onions and garlic. That's the start of this dish, and I think that's the start for almost all dishes, almost all stews everywhere. I'm yet to find a stew that is made without onions and garlic. So we're going to fry this for a few until maybe it turns to translucent. So the onions are fine for me. I like this shade of cooking. So we are going to put the tomatoes. This is mostly a breakfast dish, so it is a fast dish. So actually, fun facts that I learned about this meal is that we talked about it originating from Egypt, and so in Cairo they have this bath. They used to have these public baths where guys would go there, light a fire, and then they would bath in these public spaces. So in the evening, once the guys are finished bathing, of course, what would happen is they would use this fire, the remaining fire, to now make the beans, which would be eaten now by masses in the morning. Now it would be made to be a community dish. So I found that very interesting. So I'm going to add a bit of salt. Now. So of course the guys will tell me, especially from these nationalities, how exactly they make their fava beans. They are full medames. I know I'm butchering that word. We're going to do a bit of cumin. I like the spices coming in a bit earlier so that they are cooked. Have you tasted food that has powdery taste? Because maybe the spices came a bit later, so I don't like that taste. So I prefer my spices cooking through. So I put them at the beginning of the dish. So that's just my general cooking style, not specific to this dish. So we can see the tomatoes are cooking almost all the way through. So we have the beans. So I got them out of the can. So out of the can, then I rinse them a bit and drain the water. So that is they actually are a bit big. They look like butter beans. The white butter beans, which I actually really like. So I'm sure even this is very enjoyable. So we're going to put the beans. And so these beans are already cooked since they came in a can. But I'm just going to let them simmer in the spices and get all that flavor and all that goodness a little bit, because you want them to soak in all the spices. So once this soaks in a little bit, I'm going to add a little bit of water, just a tiny pinch. So another fun fact is that this is enjoyed a bit differently. So you can have them as just the beans, the way for us maybe in Kenya for our beans we put them in stew. So you find that for some of these countries they would mash half of the beans, then leave half of the beans that way. So I'm mashing the side of it, so half of my beans are going to be mashed. For me, I feel like it's going to be more of a spread to our bread. So I'm all the way mashed for half the beans. I think I'll leave it there. I don't want it to be too finely mashed. So our beans are done. It's that simple, guys. I have some flatbread. I like the shape of this, so I want to toast it. You can actually eat this with the beans just the way it is, but I love toasted bread. You can use a toaster, but I would prefer the pan. It's a bit warmer and fresher that way. So it's that simple. So we have the beans here. So I'm picking a bit of the mashed side. Remember, we mashed a bit of it and did not mash everything. So this is a bit of the mashed, a little bit of the not mashed. So we can start garnishing with the garnishes. So here there's a cucumber. I already sliced a little bit, coriander. Then I have a bit of my sliced tomatoes, a green onion, and then I have a boiled egg, and I'm going to squeeze in some lemon. So we have our full medames, full mudamas. So there we have it. So nice. So I can tell it already tastes so nice. I'm going to try. I can taste the flavor, the acid, the lemon, the olive, all of it is just blending in so good together. And then we have the crunch of the bread, which I also like. So for guys who don't like the crunchy bread, you can use now a softer bread. You don't have to toast it, but for me this works perfectly. So guys, so delicious.